What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is December the 10th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, nothing really coming out today. You might have some last minute jitters associated to CPI coming out tomorrow. So during power hour, you might see some volatility. But aside from that, people's appetite for risk is not really there. Of course, a lot of fear in the market, a lot of different circumstances going on. And so right now, the fear and greed index is under the neutral category. Despite that though, there is one stock that I'm going to be talking on that seems to be defying this, that seems to just want to go up. So kind of interesting stuff in that regard. But aside from that though, futures are slightly green. So NASDAQ up 0.17, S&P up 0.08. Dow is up, down 0.13%. Starting off though with Sofi, it is down slightly. No news, no SEC filings, nothing along those lines. Shorts has still been returning, so 13.01% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 138.61 million shares overall are being shorted. So shorts haven't been the issue on kind of the downtrend. I know I haven't been doing all that much in videos, especially pre-market and stuff like that, but big money has been slowly selling. And I think it's just a lot of people are starting to look at just the multiples on a lot of stocks that have ran up, and you're going to have a certain level of profit taking. There's a lot of different things that is really causing this. And in my opinion, even though Sofi is pulling back slightly, some people are starting to panic. Sofi is actually holding up a lot better than a lot of other growth stocks. So I think that's something to kind of take away from that. But right now with it at 1543 pre-market, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 1515 will be a strong support today. Wasn't touched yesterday, so we don't really know how strong it is, but definitely just watch for that going forward. Flip side, let's say if it does decide to reverse, which Sofi has shown it can do in the past, 1583 is going to be that next strong target / resistance. So let me know your thoughts on Sofi. Palantir. So Palantir is one of those interesting stocks. So today it is down 0.9 pre-market. No actual news today. So yesterday's news was very interesting as well. And I like to use the word interesting in a kind of neutral manner. But yeah, this news that came out yesterday caused it to go to, I think it was like 82 pre-market. And I saw it as just overdone. So I love Palantir. Palantir is a beast, as I've stated, and I go over the technicals where it does point higher highs, but at the same time, looking at a forward PE of 191.37, that is just absolute insanity. So yesterday I did short it. I closed it out a little bit too early, so I shorted at 81, closed it at, I think it was like 76. So I wish I would have kind of held it, but still I think just Palantir is due for a little bit of a pullback, because even just over the last 1 month alone, it is up 20.36%. Over the last 6 months, up 213. So don't get me wrong, Palantir is a absolute beast of a stock, but no stock just goes directly up. You have to have some like consolidation, like the technicals, like it just, someone who does technical analysis and looks at Palantir just will have an aneurysm for the most part. And shorts have started to get back into Palantir, so not just myself seeing it advantageous to short Palantir, but a lot more big money. So last time I gave an update, it was like at 2.4, so now it is 4.07%. 85.4 million shares overall are being shorted. So still not a squeeze play, but shorts getting in. Definitely they feel that it is just too high. Right now though, with it at 72 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 68.88 is going to be the next strong support. Flip side, 73.03 is going to be that next strong kind of resistance / target, which similarly to Sofi, Palantir does, like when it goes up very fast and aggressive. So it could potentially touch this pivot point in my opinion, but it's all going to come down to just rotation right now. And I think just big money is slowly getting out, even based on the last updates that did come out. It goes to show on a week by week basis, I think there was $95.86 billion that left both crypto, equity to move to money markets. So I think big money is just kind of seeing just the market just too high. So you're going to have a lot of stocks such as Palantir, Sofi, just overall volume a little bit lower. NIO though, same goes for what I always say, every stock that generally goes up roughly like 15% you're going to have a certain level of profit taking. That is what's happening today. So yesterday's news associated to China stimulus and loosening policies for the most part, really gave NIO a nice boost higher and really helped with his technicals. Shorts right now are even returning 870,000 shares. So goes to show, especially with it down 4% pre-market and shorts returning, which adds buying pressure, big money is kind of selling. So again, something to keep in mind, but very heavily shorted. So 15.34% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 204.89 million shares overall are being shorted. And right now with at 495, just trading between these 2 points. So this R1 and the pivot. So $5.13 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. 471 is going to be the next strong support. I personally don't see this pivot point being touched whatsoever, and that's just largely because of big money seeing NIO as a value play, and that's just based on their output, what they do deliver, and just the price multiple. Like NIO, in my opinion, is a pretty good discount play. But moving on, RGTI. So this one has been, like I said, kind of defying this. So people's appetite for risk, not on the table, but with this stock, it definitely is. And there hasn't been all that much in official news. They did put out a couple PRs yesterday. So 4 and 4, 144. I don't believe you need to do both because both are correlated for the same transaction. So this director right here did sell, and it is a straight up sell right here. You can see transaction code S. And so it wasn't for tax purposes or anything like that. 125,000 shares, 144 says the exact same thing. So it's kind of unnecessary in my opinion. But there was also this 8K that did come out that states that they paid off their debt. And it looks like it was the toxic debt. So in general, that's kind of good. So maybe I was a little bit too harsh on them when they did do this recent issuing at the market equity offering. So yeah, that's generally a good thing. Shorts right now are returning 2.09 million shares. It is on the threshold list. 8.61% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 21.59 million shares overall are being shorted. So definitely this stock right now is interesting. It is down slightly, so 2.0 or 2.46%. But like I said, just people's appetite for risk. When I was preparing for this, it was green. So that's kind of the obviously difference right now. But right now with that 437, it is trading between these 2 points. So this R3 and R2. So 392 will be a strong support that you want to watch for it to hold. Could touch that today, depending on how much it does go down and consolidate. And it looks like the just growth stocks want to pull back. But flip side, $4.80 is going to be that next strong target / resistance, which yesterday did hit a new high or 52-week high of 509. So again, people want to drive the stock higher. So this R3 as well similarly could be touched and broken. And moving on, Celsius. So I was really happy to that Celsius went up yesterday. A lot of big money is still getting in on it today, despite it being down slightly, which again, most likely is just attributed to profit taking. No news today or anything like that. But I luckily did buy in at I think 2807. So I'm very, very happy. And plus I do have a lot of calls on them, and I've been selling a lot of puts. So I kind of generally want the stock to move higher. That way I get to keep my premium. So yeah, Celsius is a absolute beast of a stock. Right now, shorts are returning 150,000 shares pre-market. 15.5% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 25.37 million shares overall are being shorted. So Celsius isn't a squeeze play whatsoever, but still shorts are in on this company. And right now with it at $30.59, so it is recovering already. It is right above this R2. So $30.58, definitely watch for that to be the pivot for today. And then 31.75 is going to be that next strong resistance / target, which honestly, based on analysts and just even myself, where I see things going, this is going to $40, $50. And I did state, and I put Celsius as a buy signal. So I did launch a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers, even Celsius. So when it was at like 27, I was saying this is a screaming buying opportunity. I gave my price targets, and I still feel that there's a hell of a lot more room for this to go up. So let me know your thoughts. Pop over to my Patreon as well, link in the description below and also the comments to take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.